I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get on go.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Titans and the Dreadnoughts, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from San Antonio. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A handoff, Adams running left, and he is going to lose yardage here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So a good decision there by Mike Vrabel. They correctly contest that call. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They start on the ground with Adams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll run again with Adams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, this is Adams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the handoff, Adams here. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Patton. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Patton. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. It's Patton. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Patton trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, Patton. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they bring out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out look real sharp in the second half.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. 2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. That's Larson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Larson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Titans are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That's complete to Meredith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and 10.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started with an interconference matchup. Washington on the road in Jacksonville. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. Mike Gillislee, a touchdown pass in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, on the other side, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Patton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Again, here's Adams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run up the middle, Adams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out comes San Antonio. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Patton. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patton, and he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down now, it's Patton, and he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 29. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run on first down. Patton, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Patton. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra, it didn't pay off in that situation.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Adams. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. Back out comes San Antonio. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd down, it's Patton. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2nd and 4. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Caught outright by Patton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Dreadnoughts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll begin here with Adams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Larson.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Adams.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Larson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams.
Complete to number 22.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for San Antonio, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another home date
next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.